Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield. How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards. Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. From the 40 now on second down. Watson, the Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target. Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Ain't no such thing.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's 3rd and short. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none. Check 13.
Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Let's go, Pete.
Hey, kill.
Show it up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ric Flair.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Value 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cook. And that's caught inside the 35. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 42 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire?
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep it up.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Super one.
Switch.
Now Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
On first down, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Yeah, that's how we do, D. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And the Texans first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check three. Check nickel.
Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now into third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. From the 50, it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
76. Hey, wahoo! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the 50, it's gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Goff in the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 13. First down Rams.
Team spill.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
58 to Mike. Let's get the ball. Watch the safety creep. Check 24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. It's complete to Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Watson looks to throw again. This is Miller, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 52.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's letting this one. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his goal line here, Goff. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It's 4th down.
So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 22, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Tiger.
He's crossing.
We're good.
Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. All day, baby. All day.
Check. Patchy.
Hey, no time now. Time to go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Fuller. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Check. Time to go.
Now it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Kill.
This is Mostert. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Check one out. Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks very long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Watson, and to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samson Abuka in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the slant. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, 59. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Samson Abuka racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Here we go on fourth. Watson going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 4, check 4. Check 9, check 9. Kill, kill, kill.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Check. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
58 to Mike. Wild good. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustants.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Exit. Check 59. Check 50.
Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Check it back.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Watson looks to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. One last throw here for Watson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for LA, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis.